You know, my friend, that before there were pharaohs, temples, or pyramids, Egypt was just a vast desert, a dry, dead land. But right in the middle, there was a secret flowing, the Nile River. People lived thousands of years ago, scattered and dispersed, hunters and gatherers, living in different places, taking one day at a time. But when they saw the Nile flooding every year, leaving behind black silt that fertilized the land, they felt that this was a gift from heaven. From there, small villages began to form along its banks. First, simple mud huts. Then wheat, barley, and flax were grown. Over time, the villages grew, and people became settled. But in the world at that time, people in Europe still lived in the forests, hunting and sheltering. In the Indus Valley in India, there were attempts at agriculture, but very primitive. In Iraq, around the Tigris and Euphrates, people tried to control the flooding of the two rivers, which sometimes flooded and sometimes dried up. But the difference is clear. Here in Egypt, the Nile was regulated, overflowing at a nearly fixed schedule, and people knew how to exploit it. When the whole world saw this, and then saw Egypt, they were amazed, as if it were a miracle. How could a dead desert become a green paradise thanks to a single river? The Egyptians themselves didn't see the Nile as just water. They saw it as a spirit, a god. They called it Hapi, the god of flooding and fertility. They performed rituals and celebrations and made offerings to it, hoping it would appease them and cause the land to yield. From their observation of the Nile, they came up with a brilliant idea. They divided the year into 3 seasons: flooding, planting, and harvesting. In other words, the Nile didn't just cultivate the land, it was also the clock that governed their entire lives. The Nile, in short, is what transformed Egyptians from a fisherman lost in the desert to the founder of the first civilization and unified state in history, and what made the entire world look at Egypt in amazement and say, how did these people get so far ahead of us?